Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I don't think today is going any better than yesterday, to be fair, with this makeup look. I don't know what my face is doing, but it does not want to hold on to foundation. And I know it's got to be that skincare product that I was telling you about, but it's just not working. That's all I can say about it. But for today's look, and I'm going to tell you now, I know it's that skincare because nothing else has changed, number one. Number two, this is probably like my, I don't want to say it's my favorite foundation ever, but if I'm in a rush, if it's every day, if it's, but would that be considered your favorite then? Not really, because I like um Nars Sheer Glow a little better than this. I think it for like a date or something, like when I want to look really, really good. And I like the La Mer too. Well, it anyway, it's one of my favorites. And it never lets me down, but it is not like it's let me down today. Let me make that clear. I still think it looks okay, considering yesterday looked awful. It's doing a little better. But for bronzer, I'm wearing the Marc Jacobs Fantastic. For blush, y'all, I found my Kevin Aquan Pink Sand. Do you remember these? Look how pretty that is. But I don't know if it's as pretty as other blushes that are on the market today, and that's kind of sad. Granted, this is old. They could have reformulated for all I know. But it kind of like, I was like, oh, that's pretty when I put it on because it is very pretty. But it just wasn't nothing like, oh, yeah, I like this. You know what I mean? Type of thing. For highlighter, I'm wearing the Kevin Aquan highlighter. In this little thing here, it's the Celestial Powder in Candlelight. And look, I only have a little teeny bit of that left. It's like broken up in the corner there. But then I have a ton of that. And this goes with like the Charlotte Tilbury too. I always have a ton of that highlighter left and not much contour. But anywho, that is what is on my face. For lips, y'all, I really just put on the where'd it go? It's the Too Faced Strawberry um one of these. Oh, there it is sitting. I was like, where did I put that? It's the strawberry one, this one here. And I just love this product. I really do. I like the vanilla one too, but with this look where there's a little bit of pink in it, I like, I wanted to wear this one. But this just feels so nice on the lips, and it has a little bit of sparkle in it, but you don't feel it on the lip. And it just feels so nourishing on your lips, but yet it makes them look full. And when the light hits them, it even makes them look bigger. And then I got foundation on the sleeve of my arm here. Ask me how? I do not know. Couldn't tell you how I did that one, but I did it. For eyes, we're going to be working out of this today. I know, right? This was the holiday launch. And I'll be honest, I love this as like the blushes and stuff because like I love her blushes. And I love the eyeshadows too. But the price point, of course, now you can get a good, really good price point. But we're going to go into this color here. As far as like colors, like these are colors that are in other palettes, but this pink one here, it suckers me in. Which today I only used it on my inner corner. So proud of myself. Because you know me, and I was going to put that all over my lid. You know what I mean? But I didn't. I stepped back and controlled myself somewhat. But yeah, that pink shade, every time I look at that, I'm like, ooh, so pretty. And it's crazy how that can happen, but at the same time, I've noticed that I have not grabbed for this. I haven't. And even though I know I love that shade, I love those blushes, the rest of the palette is just so neutral that I just don't grab for it. Or it's just like, not, I don't want to say neutral or boring, but it's kind of like, why pick this palette up for one shade? You know what I mean? When I have so many palettes that I like so many colors out of, why would I put that particular palette up? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. If I'm making any sense at all. But I will say, this was a pretty easy look to put together. We're going to go into this shade right here now and darken up the outer corner a little bit. Like, as far as like creating the shade, getting it done and on, it was pretty easy. But again, we all have other palettes that do that. And I'm going to say that, like, I am a stan when it comes to Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona. I buy almost everything. But something tells me they may get lost in the mix if they don't start doing something. Not Natasha, but Pat. Because her palettes are kind of all the same anymore. And don't get me wrong, it's all good quality though. I'll never take away from that. But I do kind of miss like her Motherships 1, 2, and 3. I won't lie. Well, actually, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 even. 6 people were just up on the... Like, I love 6. Love it. But I would say 6 is when people started, you know. I'm going to take that same shade that I used for that outer corner and run it along the lower lash line. I used the Tarte Fake Awake, the cream color for the waterline. But I would say that that's when people started, after 6, it really just started. And I just feel like there could be colors. Like, I understand the inspiration, and I think it's right on cue for it and all. But I like to see different too, you know what I mean? Like with Natasha, like the Yucca palette was not my favorite palette by no means, you know what I mean? But it was different. But on the flip side, a lot of people didn't like the Trichrome or the Soaker Loco, and I did, because they were different to her line. Okay, I went in pretty easy. But man, I will say this palette does create pretty looks. Like, that's a pretty look. Look at that. I mean, the light just bounces. Alright, we're going to put this light green here on the lid. And the color story is pretty. Can't take that away either. I didn't lay down a glitter glue or anything either. Or spray. I didn't get much fallout though, I will say that too. I mean, I got a little bit, but not much. But look at that shine on that. Can you see it? I mean, don't get me wrong. This next shade's the shade that just gets me. But this one gets me too a little bit. I won't lie. And can you get them in other palettes? I would say you could. And that you can. But how long do they last? See, that's where I have the thing. The initial put down of a shadow may look exactly the same. But the wear time, that is a different story. Okay, I'm going to go in with this shade right here, this pinky shade. And we're going to put that right on the inner corner here. I'm going to go slow because I do not want it everywhere. This mirror is amazing in this too, by the way. I don't know if I ever said how good this mirror is in this thing, but it is like top-notch mirror. I mean, it's like crystal clear, pristine kind of mirror in this palette. Okay. Just trying to see how far over I took it. I think that's about as far as I did. And then I decided to go with a brown mascara, and here's why. Want to know why? Well, A, I like brown mascaras, number one. Number two, I do think that it makes it look a little softer, but I think it makes the lids then pop. You know what I mean? There's not as much focus on the lashes because this is a brown. So therefore, there's a little more focus on the lid, in which case, in like my inner corner. And I mean, they need to shine because they're just beautiful. Did you all ever pick these palettes up, by the way? Hey, I did a whole face of like makeup artist brands today. I just now thought of that. Because I use Marc Jacobs, Kevin Aquan, Pat McGrath, Charlotte Tilbury. I use a Charlotte Tilbury concealer. Lunar Beauty to set everything with. Oh, the foundation. That was it. Cosmetics, though. Oh, the mascara, too, is YSL. That's a fashion, though. Probably not. Probably wouldn't count. I could do like a look, maybe using like all fashion brand houses makeup. I bet I could do that. I might have to try that. I don't know. It's hard to create these videos because, like, yeah, I'm a fool. I've said this over and over before. But there's just not been any really new launches that's excited me. So I'm kind of like picking and choosing. And then I want to use more of what I have just to remember and to compare and stuff. But, like, what I have, you might not have. Number one. Then, number two, the look I create may not even be up your street. So it's like, But I really want to focus on what I do have already instead of so much of the new. Just because, to be fair, what's so new about the new? I mean, I'm not seeing it. It's not like the eyeshadow formula is changing in some dramatic way, or anything for that matter, lipsticks or foundations or anything like that. So I don't see the point in it, you know? But I do see the point in using what I've already paid for so that I'm not being wasteful. Maybe a fool, but I'm not a wasteful fool. It's my new philosophy, I guess is what you'd say. I don't know. But yeah, did y'all ever get this? Or either one of them for that matter? Because only one of them was sold at Sephora. I forget which one it was now. while yet the other one was on the Pat McGrath website, which is smart. Good marketing. But I think I like this one better because it's a little bit different than what she already has, where the other one is almost it's the same as what she already has pretty much. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. Maybe it just took your mind off of something. I don't know. But let me know any video ideas that you might want to see. I thought about doing like foundations too, just doing very small, like apply the foundation and let you see what it looks like on my skin. Because like I've got well over 50 foundations sitting over here. I know. We won't even talk about that. But let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.